Welcome to the Black Ice. Now, if you haven't seen these clips on YouTube before, the gameplay, you really need to look at it. The game looks great, but all of them have looked great. I'm going to give you a reason to love it.
Over now for the control of Kane.
Alright, after watching that video, the first reason to love this game is this guy right here, Doc. I would watch a snail race if Doc was calling it. His inflections, his enthusiasms, it's on point. And this is the first reason everyone who hasn't played this game before or who has played the old commentary, this is the reason why you should love the game first. D-O-C, Doc, he scores! You should love the game, and the reason why I'm enthused about the game is the Gen 3 versus the Gen 4 model that they've presented. Now, everyone knows EA and hockey. They say things, but they're not synonymous with keeping to what they say. Now, but just by the model alone, if you take a look at the left, the Gen 3 model, it looks like the Michelin Man. Like they used all the equipment that we were selecting and buying and going through. If you didn't pay for it, you were paying for this equipment, but it was all covered in one animation. So everything was under the same category. So if something hit the head, it's going to react the same way as if it hit the leg. That made no sense. So what they've done to rectify this whole situation is they've gone and created the Gen 4 model, which for Xbox One and PS4 is where it's at. Now, if you've played NBA, the NBA 14 on Xbox One and Xbox 360, you notice the difference. There's a huge, tremendous difference. The body movement, the momentum that is on Xbox One is not nearly close to being on 360. If you dribble and your crossover is too long, you hit the player's leg, well, the ball hits the player's leg. And I say that to say this. Anyone who knows me, anyone who knows that the way that I play, I'm tired of sticks going through people's body. Now, the Gen 4 model, every part of his body is laid out. Every part of the player's body has a different, more realistic reaction. So you see the chest protector, how it's defined, each part is layered. So if it hits the lower chest protector, it's not going to bounce off as hard because it hits the seam. Now, all this is speculation. This is what EA is saying. Now, I take it for what it is instead of what they give me. Now, I'm looking at these player models, and I saw the same type of player models for NBA, so I'm a little bit more happy. And as you can also see, the helmet and the stick and gloves are not included in these player models, whereas on the left, the Gen 3 model, they are all wrapped up in the bubble wrap Michelin Man kind of thing. So it leads me to think that there are more each individual part will come together to make one unit that reacts in itself differently. Whereas the Gen 3 model is everything was one and it reacted as one. Now, this is the reason I find to get excited about, not the graphics you see, because the graphics are stunning, and NBA on Xbox One is the best graphics for sport game I've ever seen. So the graphics are going to be stunning, but after about a week of, the jerseys, the hits, the main thing it comes down to after 2 months into the game is gameplay. Does the computer react the same all the time, or does it play towards your tendencies? Are there going to be ways to glitch the computer doing the same thing over and over and over? That's what I care about. But these models, after seeing this, I got excited. Because I realized with this kind of model, you can achieve what they're saying, what they've been saying for the last 3 or 4 games that they're trying to achieve. They can now achieve it with the Gen 4 model. They could not with the Gen 3 model, no matter what they told us or what bill of goods they sold us. Everyone's going to buy the game. But at least give me a chance for the game to be as realistic as it can be. I don't care about arcade games. Arcade games I get bored with within a week because you could do the same plays over and over and it works. After that, I'll put the game down. Or there are glitch plays where the hit the goalie's pads and it bounces off the pad the same way no matter where it hits the pads, or it takes a 10-foot bounce no matter how hard you throw it at the goalie's pads. With the new Gen 4 models, it's not going to be the same. Or it should not be the same. But it is EA. So stay tuned. Now, with all that said, the game looks absolutely legendary. The graphics, look at the detail, look at the gloves, look at the shadows in the uniform, look at the shadows on the ice. Way more detailed. If you take a look here, you can see the referee's fingers. You've never been able to see the referee's fingers before. It's just one of those things. The puck coming in, you can see the shadow, you can see the goalie having to move, but he's not reacting as quickly. And when there's a check, you place the guy to the side. Unless it's the animation calls for it, but you can place the guy to the side and skate around him, get the puck, not trip over him. And look at the crowd. I mean, the emotions, the animations, the crowd is mixed, the celebrations, it's great. This with a grain of salt, because as you can see, we've been promised things before by EA, and well, none of it really held up. Everything had something awful about it. Well, thanks for joining the Black Ice. Appreciate the love. We'll keep you updated as I get more, as I know more.